my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Every now and then, perhaps more often than not, we get questions that come from our viewing audience. It may be a phone call, it could be an email that we get. And we've got one such question that I think I should address today, and the question reads as follows: is it possible to get arrears credit for extra parenting time? What's the scenario? As I understand this question, it means that there's a parenting time schedule set up between husband and wife, or between father and mother, and there's also a child support schedule set up. The child support schedule and the amount of money that's owed is in large measure based on the parenting time. The more overnights you have with your kid, the less support you pay. The fewer overnights you have, the more the support goes up. The idea is that the one who has the kids the most has the most consumption, has the most expense, and therefore requires from the other side a greater contribution. So the question here is, what if we have arrears? That is to say, we're behind on the child support. We owe the child support. So what this person says, well, can I somehow lower that number by taking on more parenting time? The quick answer is no, you can't. There are two very different calculations. You owe what you owe. The fact that you take on more parenting time really doesn't change that. But a deeper analysis might yield a slightly different result in this manner. If, in fact, you take on so much extra parenting time that it really affects a change in the formula so that less support would owe. Let's say you owed an arrearage of $10,000. It was based on $150 a week. You didn't pay it for many weeks. That's why you owe so much money. But let's say now you're taking on the kid more so that your support should not be it shouldn't be $150, it should be $100 a week. It should be, let's say, $50 less. If you continue to pay the old amount, the surplus, you'll certainly get credit for the surplus to pay down the arrearage. Another way of looking at it is, let's say you owe the arrearage, but you have the kids so often that really you don't owe any more. Because the kids are more often than you, really the other person now owes you. Well, what can be done is, what you owe, but because they now owe you, instead of taking the money, it can be credited against what you owe. That's another possibility. Said differently, you could get the money from the other person and pay down the arrearage. So I guess my point is they are separate calculations. And what a debt that you accumulated last year because you were behind isn't cured by more parenting time this year. But if it works out in such a way that there's actually money going back and forth, credits can be applied to lower numbers. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.